What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Touch Toys Carefray, or their version of a Chinese fighter jet that turns into a robot. So it is kind of their own character and their own creation. It doesn't mimic anything from any fiction. It is an actual jet from the Chinese Air Force. This is J35-C. And it's a really nice looking jet. Some basically fully painted. You got this gray, dark gray and light gray camo. Blue along the edges. You have a dark blue here from the nose cone. Yellow accents. Little accents all throughout. You got little symbols. Yellow, black, white. Here's the bottom. It's probably the cleanest jet I've ever seen. Transforming jet. I think it is the cleanest. It's the cleanest jet. There's nothing sticking out anywhere. It's just a very smooth, good-looking jet. Here's the back. The engines are painted in kind of like this weathered look. That looks nice. Overall, a really nice-looking jet. You can open up the cockpit, and there is a seat in there, and there's even a little dashboard in there. I don't know if you can see it, but some details. Pretty nice. It does have a landing gear. If you come to the bottom here, it's a little complicated to open it, but fold that back. You do need a spudger to get these out of here, but we can lift this out. It's a very tight fit. Yeah. Everything is like this on this figure. It's like, in order to do anything, you got to struggle with it, but get that forward. And then on the side here, you can open up these two pieces. And again, I recommend a spudger. So you get in here, and you want to kind of turn the wheel out. You can get it past there, that's fine. Lift it up, rotate it, and push it back down. And you can actually open this so it looks like that, and has a little space for the landing gear. So same on this side. You got to get it kind of past here first, then lift it up, rotate it, push it back down, lift up this panel right here, and slide it forward, and then you can close that up. And now we have landing gear, and it does roll nicely on those. They are rubber tires. I don't think this one locks in place, but they do work really nicely. We get some accessories here, so we get some missiles. We get 3 different types. This large size, medium size, and small size. They're painted white with black, and they've got details on them. They're all very nice. If you go to the bottom here on the wings, we can plug them in right here. And I mean, you could kind of arrange it however you want, but I go from biggest to smallest. I think that's officially how it's supposed to go. And of course, you can do it on the other side as well. And now we're fully armed up with those missiles. That looks really good. We also get a stand. Looks like this. It does say Touch Toys Carefray. It's a really versatile, nice stand. So if you come to the bottom, you can open this up, bring it all the way around, bring down this blue piece. That's going to sit right there. You're going to rotate this top piece all the way down. Then we can bring in our jet, and that's actually going to plug in right here. So you want to put this little hook piece into here first. Then you can put this into here. So get that hooked in, and then give it a push. It's a very firm connection, so just be aware of that. You take it out, and there you go. We have Carefray on flight stand, and it's a really nice flight stand. You can angle it. Not a lot of flight stands have that capability. I mean, that's really cool. They really put a lot of thought into this stand, so you can display it different ways. I was just very impressed by that. You can also take this, flip it around, and it does plug in on the bottom, so just give it a little push. It'll peg into the bottom on both sides. And now you can store the weapons. So if you want, you can take these and plug them into here and store them down here as a display option if you want. And for quick size comparison, there it is next to the MP52 Starscream, and you can see basically the same size. So scaled very nicely with the Masterpiece scale. And yeah, it's a good looking jet as well, but here it is from the back. There you go. Alright, now let's get this guy transformed into robot mode. And I have struggled with this figure for a while, so I'm going to get it transformed off camera. There's plenty of videos out there for transformation, so rather than waste my time, I've made several attempts. I'm just going to get it transformed. We'll be right back. Alright, there is Carefray in a robot mode. And it does look good, but man, what a nightmare this transformation. It's not fun. It's been a while since I actually looked at this figure again. I filmed this part separate from the original. So if I figured out the transformation, you'll see it in this video. If not, then it probably just wasn't worth my time. But let's take a look at this. It does have some nice details. You got little accents here and there, silver, gold, red up here. Coming down here, we got silver, blue, red, die-cast feet. Here's the back. It's got a lot going on the wings, but it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, it just, it's got a lot. It's a lot going on. Let's go over the articulation. The head is on a ball joint, so you get side to side, back to there, down to there, and it rotates all the way around. It is a good looking head sculpt. I'll definitely say that. I like the way it looks. Some of the joints are a little wonky, but the arms are on a ratchet, rotates around. Out to the side on that ratchet, the shoulder pad can move up and down in and out of the way, although most of the time it just gets in the way. Rotation at the bicep. You have a double jointed elbow, gets you the full bend. Rotation at the wrist, individually articulated fingers at 2 pins, and then the thumb is on a ball joint and a pin. And I do like these hands. I said that on the Hellbird figure as well. They have really good styled hands. You get a rotation here at the waist. A little bit hindered just due to all the kibble. These hip skirts are a little weird, but they'll get out of the way. Legs will kick up to there on a ratchet, back to there on a ratchet. There is a rear hip skirt here. Out to the side on a ratchet, that works nicely. Rotation at the thigh. You have a similar to the knee, but it's got this automorphing feature where the kneecap moves with it. Kind of unnecessary, to be honest. You don't need all that, but it does do that, just like the Hellbird figure that we looked at. You have ankle tilts. It's weird the way it works. It's like really a toe tilt. There is a tilt here at the foot, but it's just a little wonky the way it sits, but it does tilt, and you get forward and backward. It's on this very weird joint there, so just be aware of that. There's a little bit of play in these joints, so when you set it down, sometimes it just doesn't sit flat, so you do have to kind of adjust it. As far as accessories, we can bring in the flight stand here, and this little rail or beam here will fit right into this. So you can kind of display him in a flight pose if you want to. So that's nice. You can also take and just display him on top as a stand if you want. So just unplug this, fold that up, fold this around to the other side. And then we can grab these missiles. And if you want, you can display him with the missiles plugged into the wings like that. You also get this, which was attached to the bottom of the jet. And this transforms as well, but if you come to the back here and we open up this little panel, it can be actually a pain trying to open it up, but if we open that up, I believe we can plug this in. Yeah, so if you get this attached onto the end of that, this will just sit right in there on his backpack. So you have a little bit of storage, but the main purpose of this, you can close that back up, is to become a weapon. So we can take this, you can open up this, fold this out all the way. Yeah. Then we're going to pull out on these. As you do that, you're going to straighten up these missile/arrows. So it looks like that. You bring these back. And then we're going to fold this around the other side. Make sure you fold it on the double hinge all the way down. And it should plug in right there on the top. So it looks like, these are actually die cast, by the way. But it looks like, you know, arrows at the end. And now you can take this and use it in the hands. If you open up the fingers, just get those around the handle there. And it's a little tricky, but you can get it in there. And now he has this thing. So final recommendations on the Touch Toys Carefray. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 partial recommendation. What I really like about this figure is the jet mode. I love the way it looks. I love that the flight stand works really well. These missiles are really cool. There's a lot of good stuff about this, especially in jet mode. Robot mode, not as good. It does look nice, but there's a lot of little kibbly bits, things that come undone on you. And then overall, just posing it and the transformation are not very fun. Actually, I'm glad I reviewed Hellbird first because I actually really like Hellbird. Compared to this, much more fun transformation and overall just a better figure, more solid. This one's got some little bit of issues because he's got lots of things going on in the back. Lots of things going on with the legs. It just is a little bit more fiddly. And so that's why I'm going to give it a partial recommendation. If you're a fan of the jet mode, which I think the jet mode looks amazing, it is a actual jet, I think you'll probably love this. But if you're going for robot mode or you plan to transform it, I don't think you'll enjoy transforming this back and forth. But that's it for today. Thanks once again to Jordan W. for sending this review. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.